Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today the Tennessee Titans have drafted Cam Ward as their new franchise quarterback, selecting Cam Ward #1 overall pick after being All-American last year, ACC Offensive Player of the Year, and then also 2024 ACC Player of the Year. Cam Ward last year played 13 games. Completion percentage was 67%, through 4,313 passing yards, 39 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and just a really good year for him in 2024. He looked good in Washington State in his other years, but not as good as he did this year when he played at Miami. It was an unbelievable year for him, and now he is going to be the new future quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. He's going to, have a solid team, a solid offense he is joining. And I think this is an offense that's going to have pieces added to it as the draft rolls on tomorrow and Saturday. I think you'll see a wide receiver added in at some point, a wide receiver or two added in at some point in this year's draft to help Cam. But you have Calvin Ridley. You just added in Tyler Lockett. So you have two guys like Lockett and Ridley. I think at some point in day 2 of this draft, you see a wide receiver added in for Tennessee for Cam Ward. I think you have to play. Here's the way I would play it, and I think this is a great comparison, really. I think I'd look at it with Joe Burrow, T. Higgins is the way I'd compare this. I'm not saying Cam Ward is Joe Burrow. What I am saying is when the Bengals drafted Joe Burrow for him to become their franchise quarterback, their next pick right after that was adding in a big wide receiver, adding in a guy that could maybe be that next guy for them, and they added in T. Higgins in the second round of that year's draft. So Tennessee, I want to say it's pick 35 they have. I know this wide receiver class is not as strong. If you're Tennessee, do you maybe look to add in a wide receiver right away? In the second round, I thought that was amazing when the Bengals did that in 2020, adding in T. Higgins. That was a stronger wide receiver class. We'll see what Tennessee does. They might wait until the third round or the fourth round to add in a wide receiver, but that's why I said Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, because the Bengals' first pick after selecting Joe Burrow was a wide receiver. And I'm looking at pick 35 with Tennessee and thinking maybe they can do the same. We'll see, though. We'll see what happens there. So that's really it. I think this is a great selection for the Titans. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see what happens with Levis. I think that should be a really, really interesting story that unfolds for the Tennessee Titans team. Is he the backup? Do they trade him? Honestly, I think you go look at New Orleans and what's going on there. Derek Carr's dealing with some injury. Maybe you try to trade him to New Orleans. I don't know. I think there are a couple teams that would bite on Will Levis. And maybe you throw that around there. Because here's the thing I would say. And I don't there are a couple quarterbacks that are left out there in the free agency world that I think Tennessee could go after. This is the thing I love to say about rookie quarterbacks. And I think this is very true when you see a rookie quarterback. A rookie quarterback, no matter how good or bad they are, I don't care how talented they are or how ready they might be for the NFL. Every rookie quarterback needs a veteran quarterback alongside them in their rookie year. You look at all the rookie quarterbacks last year, all of them outside of Caleb Williams had veterans last year alongside them, next to them in the QB room. That's a fact. Drake May last year had Jacoby Brissett. Now, Caleb Williams didn't have anybody, but Jay Daniel had a Marcus Mariota. J.J. McCarthy was next to a number of guys in the quarterback room. Not only was he next to a former quarterback and O'Connell and his head coach, but he was next to Sam Darnold. He was next to Daniel Jones at a time. He was next to Nick Mullins. Bo Nix was next to Jarrett Stidham. Who's been? I know Jarrett Stidham might not look at him and say, oh, he's not that good, but Jarrett Stidham's been in the league since 2018, 2019. We can keep going about some of the quarterbacks last year, rookie quarterbacks that had veterans in their locker room, and that's been a big thing. You look at some of the best quarterbacks in this league had veterans alongside them. Look at Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson sat for half the season in his rookie year and learned next to Joe Flacco. Patrick Mahomes sat a season and was in the same QB room with a tremendous quarterback in Alex Smith. Bunch of other quarterbacks that are really successful in this league today played alongside or were in the same QB room with a veteran guy. So if you're Tennessee, I don't view Will Levis as a veteran guy. I'm sorry, he's going into his third season. I don't view that as vet type. So if you're Tennessee, if you potentially think about trading Will Levis, I would if you're Tennessee, I would think about trading or sorry signing a veteran guy to add in next to Cam Ward, help him out by getting a veteran guy. Look at Jackson Dart. I mean, this guy is next to Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. I mean, so that's the type of veteran that experience that you're gonna see Jackson Dart have next to him. So yeah, but anyways, I think that this was a great draft selection. We'll see what Tennessee does moving forward in the second round, where they make their first pick after selecting Cam Ward, and not only that, but what they potentially do with Will Levis. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.